What's going on, guys? John and Audrey here, back again with another podcast, our 20th podcast. I was telling Audrey a little bit ago, we would have been at like 30 or 40 if I haven't been lagging it. But as you guys can tell from the title of the video, we're gonna be talking about all about horror movies, Halloween movies, scary stuff,
spooky stuff.
Obviously, in honor of Halloween and this month, and this time period in general. And we're also going to be starting our Harry Potter marathon leading up to Fantastic Beasts 2. And hopefully, you guys are coming along for the ride. So, Audrey, hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, too. I'm just hoping we don't have any more technical difficulties.
I know. It's my fault. I apologize. But hopefully we run smoothly this time. Because I'm pretty sure you're not going to want to be, restarting over and over and over again. But anyways, yeah, we were just talking about how old our MacBooks are, and it does feel like we've been doing this for quite a bit. But
it feels like we've been doing this longer, and it's only been like a year going on 2.
I know, but I feel like in the beginning it was moving at a very glacial pace because we would do the videos, and I don't know why it felt slower for some reason, even though we would get together every week.
Yeah.
But
it's weird. I don't know. Time is weird, Audrey.
I feel like some parts skip over. Like I was saying before, I feel like September just kind of went by, and then maybe we'll have slower months. I wish October could last forever. I love October. It's my favorite.
I wish October, November, December could last forever. That's the only 3 months, and then we start back at October.
It just goes back.
Yeah, it's just a 3-month year.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? I was actually kind of thinking about that the other day. I was thinking of places that I would want to move besides California, because obviously I do like California. But if I could move anywhere else, and I was thinking, I wonder what it would feel like to move somewhere where it's constantly, it feels spooky, I guess. Like Salem or places like that. I feel like it'd be cool.
I got the creeps right now.
Really?
Well, you already live in Texas, and you know why I never want to visit you in Texas.
I know, because, Leatherface is going to get you. But,
fuck no.
But no, I was thinking about that. I think that'd be so cool. I follow people on Instagram that live in places like that, and it just always looks the same. It always looks like they have fall all year round. So I think that'd be pretty dope, honestly. But
that sounds interesting, but
I
had a question for you.
What's up?
Are you homies with Leatherface or what?
Yeah, he's a real homie. He's chill as fuck. I think he has I think people just wrote him off.
The biggest heart?
Yeah, I think people just wrote him off because they found a couple of corpses in his garage. But it's come on, dude,
they were already there when he got
yes,
there.
exactly. I mean, he needs to survive. He lives in a dilapidated shack in the middle of nowhere. I think he has reason, okay? But I think he's such a sweet guy. I mean, come on. He's a sweet guy. He's a big old
He looks
softie.
like a sweet guy.
He's a soft giant.
You can cuddle up next to him.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm sure.
Oh my gosh, I'm terrified.
Have you ever looked at the story of the real one? Well, the one that it's based off of?
Ed Gein or whatever?
Ed Gainey, yeah. Have you ever looked up the story?
He's a creep. Yeah, I think I watched a documentary about it.
Yeah, they actually have, I think it's around, well, it's not around here. It's probably 3 hours away. It's closed off and stuff. I wanted to go, but I don't know. I feel like if it's closed off, there's really no point in me going to check it out. But it'd still be pretty cool. You're not down, huh?
No, hell no.
You're just
I would like all my limbs, Audrey. I don't want to come back with out an arm or a leg or something,
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you do need your leg and your arm, so maybe he could take an ear or something.
Oh, my pinky.
You could take one pinky.
All right, Audrey. All right, I think we're gonna need to move on now.
You're getting too creeped out.
I'm sweating.
I could go for days.
But that's pretty cool because I mean, this whole month is about all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. People get real freaky.
But Audrey, besides all the scary movies, horror movies, have you been seeing anything else? Have you seen anything in theaters since the last time? I think last time we talked about you watching A Simple Favor.
Yeah, that was the last thing I watched was Life Itself.
Oh, that's right. You haven't talked about it on a podcast, so quick.
Yeah, I did.
Quick thoughts on the movie.
Didn't I?
Did you really? I thought last time we talked about A Simple Favor.
I could have sworn I touched upon Life itself.
Because last time we both said we were going to try to watch it. And then we didn't. And then that's when you said, oh, yeah, but I watched A Simple Favor or something.
Oh, shit. I could have sworn we talked about it. Maybe we didn't. But yeah, I went to go watch that. You haven't seen it, right?
No, I haven't seen it still. Even though I have AMC A-list. I'm paying $20.
And you still didn't go see it.
I still haven't gone to the movies.
Wow, John. Wow.
I know.
No, it was a
on
good
me.
movie, but it got really poor ratings, and they took it off. It only lasted in my theater probably like a week or like 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird. I know I did get a lot of
shit reviews,
bad ratings, but I feel like most of the people in our community liked it. You know, like they didn't hate it as much.
Yeah, for me, it was definitely a roller coaster of emotions. Like, you just come out of the movie thinking, like, fuck, like...
You're just bawling your eyes out with your friend, huh?
Yeah, I was crying. I was bawling. I was like... but no, it was a good movie. The performances were good, even though I did have some negatives about it, but I feel like I don't want to touch too much upon it because you haven't seen it, so... After you watch it, then we'll
yes, please.
talk about it in depth. But overall, I did like it. It was a solid film for me. If you like those like heart-wrenching, what am I doing with my life, existential crisis type of things, go watch it.
Yep.
Like, what is the meaning
sounds like my
of
cup
all
of tea.
of this? Yeah, I know. Like, I thrive on that shit. So I was like, this is right up my alley.
Yeah. But yeah, let us know if you guys seen the movie in the comment section down below, and what do you think about me having A-list and not going to theaters at all.
Yeah, seriously. I think that's a little weird.
But I think upcoming, I mean, we have obviously A Star is Born. This week we have Venom. We have First Man, Halloween. I'm super stoked for that. Haven't seen a lot, and I'm so proud of myself because I think I've seen the trailer like once. And I haven't seen all these other things.
Yeah, me neither.
And yeah, we have a lot of stuff coming in November. Obviously award season is coming, so we're gonna have those great movies. Hopefully, you know, like A Beautiful Boy comes through and pulls through. The other film by, I think it's called Roma.
Mm-hmm.
That one looks fantastic. I'm forgetting who directed that one, but we have Barry Jenkins movie coming out. We have a lot of movies coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So movies coming out. So yeah. But with that being said, Audrey, we get to move on to, I mean, for those of you who haven't, don't follow us on Instagram, we kind of did a little live video on there saying, hey, this month we're going to kind of, you know, be giving you 2 movies. In a way, they're recommendations, you know, to watch this month. And also we're kind of saying, hey, you know, which one of these would you prefer? We're going to start doing polls now, which I should have thought of that before. But it's cool to, you know, have them there on our timeline as well. Kind of, you know, look at, you know, them in the past and stuff like that. But yeah, so if you guys are not following us on there, go ahead and follow us. But we're also going to talk about the movies that we put up there a little bit more in depth here in the podcast. Kind of, you know, like we're saying, honoring Halloween and stuff like that. So, Audrey, what was your first pick?
My first pick was Interview with the Vampire.
Which I haven't seen, unfortunately.
I know.
But it has a great cast. Like, I was looking at the cast when I put up the poster. I was like, fuck, it has a big cast.
Yeah, it does.
Fantastic cast.
It has Christian Slater, Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, Kirsten Dunst, Antonio Banderas. It has a really well-rounded cast, and this movie gets a lot of shit. Like, it gets a lot of shit because, 1, it's a vampire movie, and 2, I mean, yeah, it is cheesy, but it's a vampire movie. Like, it's like, I feel like it's gonna be cheesy, but it's really, I love it. It's one of my favorites. I think Brad Pitt looks amazing in it. Tom Cruise, I actually really enjoy him in this movie, even though his role kind of gets annoying at times, but I really enjoyed him. And so Kirsten Dunst, she's like really young too in this movie. She looks tiny. And I'm not sure exactly how old she is, but she looks like she's 11 or something. Really, really young. Yeah. But yeah, I think you should definitely watch it if you haven't seen it. It's on Netflix, so you have no excuse, John.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
What the heck? Damn. It sucks.
But it's obviously based on a book by Anne Rice. I really, really like the book. I do read it from time to time. Like I reread it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Isn't it based on the book?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's and the what I like about it is that she had a lot of input into the movie, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so like I said,
that's cool.
So like I said, it's a really fun vampire movie. I feel like it's like, and then it was made in the 90s. I think it came out in 94. So like it's still a 90s movie. So it's gonna have that like cheesy kind of thing to it.
Cheesy vibe, filmmaking and stuff. Yeah.
But I really enjoy it. It sets the tone for Halloween. Well, it does for me. Like I said, I instantly gravitated towards it. I was like, yep, I'm gonna watch this. So that's why I picked it for my first one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And good thing that you brought that up, like, to tell the audience here, like, yeah, like, we kind of, like, for me, not a lot of alien movies, even though the first one I'm going to talk about is technically an alien movie. I didn't put a lot of alien movies on my list or whatever, because I feel like, I don't know, they kind of give me just, like, a space, you know, sci-fi
like a science
vibe.
fiction vibe.
Yeah, like, they don't really give me, like, a horror, you know, vibe like these movies do, and they could span from anything, like, you know, from stuff we grew up watching to like more serious stuff. And you know, obviously in my list I didn't really put, you know, stuff that I knew Audrey was gonna put, so you know, we won't have too much in common, but we do have a lot in common still.
Yeah.
And like our last 10 films, we're gonna kind of combine them and, you know, make a list. So there's that. And also movies like The Babadook, like I said in the live stream, I didn't include it because for me it's like, it is scary and stuff like that, but it's dealing like with, you know, like depression and stuff like that, and anxiety. So I don't know, maybe I should have still put it.
Did I use the Babadook? No, I didn't use it last year. I was thinking I used it.
I thought you did.
No, I didn't.
No?
Because no, I don't remember using it.
Even though it's a great movie, so I mean, it's a perfect movie to watch this time of year. But I mean, I don't know, I'm weird. Anyways. Going around with my first pick was The Faculty. Like I said, it's still a 90s movie, and I think that's like a pinnacle of a 90s movie, directed by Robert Rodriguez. Have you seen it, Audrey? Or?
Yeah, I've seen it like twice. I saw it one time when I was really young, and I remember it creeped the shit out of me because I was really, really young. And and then the second time I saw it, I was probably like a teen, like maybe 13 or 14, and I was like, oh, so that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Because I remember the first time I didn't get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
like, what's going on? Yeah, no, that was the same with me. Like, I was just watching, like, damn, it's creepy. Like, shit's going into their face and stuff, and like, you know, like, there's this big alien at the end. I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah, growing up, I don't know if I had it on VHS or something, but I remember watching it a lot. And then when I got my hands on it, like, damn, that's true. How did I see it? I think I did have it like... Oh, yeah, I had it on DVD. There you go. I was like, what was in between VHS and Blu-ray?
DVD.
But yeah, I bought it on DVD. I remember once I got it, I remember going to my friend Manuel's house, and I showed him the movie. I don't know. It just, like, gives me that type of vibe of, like, Halloween and stuff like that. It's kind of, you know... it's kind of like the Invasion of the Body Snatchers or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely has that vibe.
Yeah, and then so it is like a sci-fi movie too, but I don't know, it's kind of cool. Like and I like the whole thing about like you're kind of guessing like who's, you know, an alien or not, you know. And I love the fact that like the way they can tell, it's like they fucking do coke.
Yeah, I know.
Like, that's so gnarly. Like that's so 90s. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's how I guess they don't like that, or I don't know.
Yeah, it was super
bizarre. And it's
bizarre.
Creepy too.
Super bizarre.
Like when they're testing it out, like. And then they explain how that girl was able to, like, you know, she got that. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know. But I like it. I love the movie. It's super cheesy. Usher comes out in it, you know, like another 90s thing.
Yeah, it's just a 90s movie to a T. Like,
and it has a huge cast, too. Like, I was looking at the Wikipedia. Let me pull it up here. And it has a huge cast.
Well, it has
Elijah
Katie
Wood.
Holmes, right?
No.
It doesn't have Katie Holmes?
No, it has Jon Stewart, Salma Hayek, Usher, Famke Jensen, the one who played Phoenix in X-Men, Robert Patrick, Joanna Brewster, the one from Fast and Furious, Elijah Wood, Josh Hartnett. Also, Hyde from That 70s Show has a cameo, Danny Masterson. There's just a lot of people. Louis Black, too.
I don't know why I was thinking Katie Holmes came out in it. She comes out in another scary movie, I think, from the 90s.
Oh, I think you're talking about
She comes out. I know she comes out in a scary movie from the 90s. I just don't remember which one it is now.
Man, not My Bloody Valentine. It's like the guy with some sort of like weird face and shit. Like I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Damn. But anyways, so that was my first pick.
Mm-hmm.
The Faculty. Let us know if you guys seen either or. And my next pick, which was yesterday, for October 2nd, obviously was Ghostbusters.
Dun, 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 dun.
Have you seen it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, I kind of didn't grow up with this film, but I did. Like, I watched it a few times as a kid, but then, like, growing up, I kind of got, like, more into it. Mm-hmm. But I like it. Obviously, the whole team, the Ghostbusters, the freaking big old giant marshmallow man, I like to call him.
I know.
It's just, again, obviously it has that vibe of, like, ghosts and all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I like the little factor of, like, they're kind of there to, like, get the ghosts, you know,
right.
kind of send them back and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just like it. Bill Murray too.
I mean,
Bill
you can't
Murray,
go wrong with.
You can't go wrong with Bill Murray. The whole cast as well. Dan Aykroyd and Rick Moranis, right? Isn't it?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it is. Or maybe he wrote some of it, or he had something to do with it. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about Ghost Rider. Ghostbusters.
Did you watch it when you were really young?
Yeah, I remember watching it as a kid, and then like closer to like teens and stuff like that. I started to like revisit it every few years from then. Mm-hmm. Which I still have to watch it. Like we kind of with our list we're kind of rewatching the movies. I watched The Faculty, and then obviously Harry Potter. So I'm going to try to watch it today.
Ghostbusters? Yeah. I've been doing that. I'm pretty caught up as of right now with all the movies, which is kind of sad because I have a lot of time on my hands. But no, I'm pretty caught up with my list so far. So that'll be okay. My pick for yesterday was The Devil's Rejects by Mr. Rob Zombie. I don't know if you've seen that. One of his
better films, right? No, I haven't seen it.
No? Did you watch House of a Thousand Corpses?
Thousand Corpses? Yeah. No.
Well,
I've only seen the Halloween remake, and I don't think I've seen the sequel.
Oh, okay. Well, this is the sequel to House of a Thousand Corpses, and
Is it really?
Yeah, and I really enjoyed this one more than House of a Thousand Corpses. And
interesting.
Truth be told, I love horror. I do. But I'm not a big fan of slasher gore like movies like that. Like they're not my favorite type of horror genre. But this is one of my favorites because it got crapped on a lot too. Like a lot of people don't like it, as I saw from the poll yesterday. I was like, okay, but you know what? I feel like a lot of people haven't seen it either because it wasn't really like, even if you go on YouTube and you try to look it up, like not a lot of stuff comes up on it. Because it's not very, it wasn't really, like, widespread or...
received well or whatever.
Right, and I don't even know if it... Like, I honestly... It came out in 2005. I didn't watch it the year it came out. I watched it later on. I watched it probably, like, in 2009 or something like that.
Well, you're a fake fan then, Audrey.
No, it's because I'm telling you, like, I remember it didn't really... It was just kind of, like, slipped on by. Like, I don't really remember hearing much buzz about it when it was... going around. House of a Thousand Corpses, yeah, for sure. There was like posters everywhere. I remember I went to like, if you go to Blockbuster, there was movie like posters everywhere and stuff. So anyways, but yeah, I highly recommend The Devil's Rejects. It's definitely not for the faint of heart.
Definitely for this time this time of year, right?
Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart because there is a lot of gore and a lot of like crazy shit happening. But it has some creepy characters to it, which are really dope. I really enjoy it. And I like Rob Zombie's music. I'm more of a fan of his music than his movies.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I highly recommend it if you want to watch something more gnarly, a lot more blood, a lot more gore. Then, yeah, this would definitely be a good film for you if you like that.
So we're definitely not a kid-friendly show, Audrey.
Oh, no, for sure. I thought we made that clear. You know what? I'm actually really curious. Do you know what the range of our audience is? Like, is there a way to see that on YouTube?
Let me see. Hold up. You have to...
Bring up the insights.
You have to vamp while I look this up.
So guys, no, but yeah, I'm really curious about that because I think you can look that up on maybe YouTube or Instagram. I'm not sure.
Damn, I thought you were gonna tell them a good ass story. Like you're so guys.
I mean, I can tell you guys a scary story if you want, but.
Oh man.
What?
It says. Hold on. Oh, that's strange.
What?
Guess.
Oh my god.
That's guess.
Oh my god, I swear. It's gonna be like from 14 to 21 or something.
No.
Nuh-uh. 38 to 40. 5.
It's from 25 to 34.
Really? So we don't have a younger audience.
This is like lifetime too. So like 56% is 25 to 34. The next highest is 35 to 44. And then 18 to 24, and then 45 to 54. What the fuck? The lowest is, which I'm kind of proud of, is 13 to 17 years old.
Wow. So we don't have
That's pretty cool,
So
though.
we don't have a younger audience. We have people like our age because we are...
Not saying like, oh, screw the kids and stuff. It's just like, I mean, the whole point of this kind of, why I wanted to start to kind of, talk with my peers, other people
You were
like us.
no little kids. I'm just kidding.
No, but I mean, I was a kid once too,
Right.
and but I feel like kids, like in the teens and stuff like that coming up, they kind of gear more towards like Collider or something more, hey, like superhero stuff, and we cover that stuff sometimes too, but not, we're not, based on that, but yeah.
Well, I would love to. I mean, kids are the future, so I would love to think that there's a young kid out there that like actually likes half of the shit that we're talking about.
There's a percentage,
like 1%, but that 1%, more power to you. But anyways, so moving on today for your pick.
Oh yeah, today, even though I watched it yesterday, I'm going to be putting out Harry Potter.
Oh right, you said that was your pick.
Yeah, because it was one of my picks. At least the first one, it gives me that Halloween vibe. I mean, they do have like little Halloween like freaking like lunch or dinner or whatever when Quirrell comes out and saying there's a troll and stuff.
Yeah.
I love revisiting this movie because like there's a bunch of little subtle hints that like Quirrell is like really up to everything.
Yeah.
Professor Quirrell. And like it's cool to see like at the same time what Snape was trying to do to like prevent the stuff that he was trying to do. But anyways, we'll talk about that on our Harry Potter talk. But yeah, I just overall, witches and wizards and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Just the overall look of Hogwarts and just that first film. I think the first two give me that sort of Halloween vibe for some reason.
And that's odd that you say that because the last two are pretty dark, like in theme. So
yeah, but I feel like that's more of like the franchise, like more story wise, like I don't know, like.
But you're right. I do get the more like Halloween festivity. Like I would play Harry Potter at a Halloween party, the first one over the 7 or 8, because the 7 or 8 I think are more in depth, and the first one is setting the tone of the whole franchise, and And I agree with you. It is definitely a Halloween film that I really enjoy. Like man, when they put that shit on ABC. Oh my god.
You're like, fuck yeah.
Like, I get my blanket and I'm like, I'm fucking ready to give
That's
my
how
life.
it was too. I just laid down on my bed, I put it on with my blanket, kind of getting in the mood, and like I had my water and like my crackers. Like I have to have like a little snack every time I watch something.
You're fucking hilarious. But
one time I'll live stream myself.
I should live stream. I have to get in the mood too. I don't know if you follow. Wow, I really was about to say, I don't know if you follow me on Instagram.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't know if are we friends out at all after this podcast. But anyways.
I don't know you.
No, I posted on my story last night. I literally set the mood. Like my mom is like, oh my god, you're such a freaking weirdo. Because like I light my candles. I put my lights on.
I know, I saw that.
I get in the mood. Like, I literally, like, I have to. But anyways, so I agree.
What is your pick?
Huh?
What is your third pick?
My pick is actually, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. I don't remember how they pronounce it, but it's Haxan. Witchcraft Through the Ages, Jesus. And it's...
I didn't see that movie based on the way you pronounced it.
It's a Swedish... It's because it's a Swedish/Danish film. So I'm not sure if it's Haxan or... I don't know. I don't remember. And it's a silent film. But I chose this film, and you can actually watch it if you have Filmstruck. To any of our listeners or viewers, if you guys want to check it out, it is on Filmstruck right now. So I would definitely get like the subscribe for like a week trial just to watch this movie, because it's a really good film. I don't know if you have Filmstruck. Have you subscribed yet? I'm gonna have to give you my password. Fuck it.
Oh, can you really?
Well, I don't see why not. It's probably like Netflix, right?
I got all excited.
I know, you're like,
yeah,
really?
Because I was planning on, but I don't know, I'm gonna sound pretentious, but next year, I wanted to see like even this year, like the past few months, I've been trying to watch movies I haven't, but I know that a lot of them are on Filmstruck.
Mm-hmm. Right now, their selection is A1.
And I want to broaden my like horizons, because I have seen foreign films and I have seen silent, black and white films. But I want to see more of them,
Right. Well, this would definitely be a great movie for you to watch during this particular season. I actually have the reason I think I like this movie so much too is because of how I saw it. Because I actually got to watch this film in Colorado when I was living over there, and I didn't have a transportation. I didn't have internet. I didn't have money. So I spent most of my time at the library. And the library was walking distance from where I was living.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was a walking distance from where I lived. So I remember one time I went in there and they would show free movies. They would show free movies, I think, like every other day, like maybe on Wednesdays. I don't remember when, but yeah. So they would show free movies, and I remember they were showing this in a little room. Like, there was probably like maybe like 5 other people there, really limited.
Yeah.
And I walked in or whatever, and I checked it out, and man, I'm really glad I watched it, because it was such a powerful film. It's basically, it's talking about witchcraft through the ages, like it says in the title. Like, it shows a lot of crazy shit. And what makes it creepier, I think, is the fact that it's silent. And but don't think that it's like super, like, I guess, like,
yeah,
it is dark, but it's darkly humorous, I guess, in a way. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a fun movie to watch. I really enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward to watching it. I'm gonna have to watch it today or maybe tomorrow for the list. But yeah, that's, like I said, I think the reason that I love it so much is the way that I just stumbled upon it, and I was like, oh shit, this is actually a really good movie.
It sounds like a cool story. Like, already, like, oh, I went to the library. Like, the library for me is such an underrated place, because like, not only is there books, but now there's like movies and stuff too. And like, I don't know, just like, I found myself, like, when I discovered Watchmen, the graphic novel, I went to the library because I saw the movie, and I went to the library, I rented the graphic novel, and I just like found out like so many interesting books. Like, I was trying to be a filmmaker back then, so like I would read about it and stuff like that, and I don't know, I really like the library.
No, yeah, the library is a great place. I love the library, and it actually makes me kind of sad that a lot of people project that libraries probably won't be around much longer, which makes me really sad, because you have so much, you have access to this information for free, which I think is really cool. But yeah, so I really enjoyed that movie because of where I saw it, and like I said, it was during this time. It was during October. That's when I moved over there, I believe, or September. So it was chilly, and it was just, overall, it was a great experience. I really enjoyed it. So like I said, if you have Filmstruck, check it out. You need to check it out and let me know what you think about it.
I'll do a special review for you.
Yes, and then you can be like, Audrey, you're fucking insane. I'm not talking to you anymore.
Yeah.
Eres una bruja.
Damn, that bad, huh?
Well, yeah, it's about that stuff. So yeah, it's not for people who think, like, if you're a Christian or if you're like really like, don't watch it, because then yeah, you'll probably get offended.
Along the same lines as like The Witch.
I think much more darker.
Eesh.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's creepy. I'm getting chills.
Yeah, so like I said, if you're into if you're not into that stuff, if you're not into witches and Sabbath,
no, I am. That, I'm just saying, like,
and the occult. Well, I'm saying for our viewers, if you're not into that, like, that's not your kind of thing. Like, you're like, hey, no, then no, don't watch it, because it's definitely thought provoking. It makes you think of things in a different light, especially me, because I did grow up in a religious household. So I remember that's when at the age of maybe 15, 14, that's when I kind of started thinking on my own, I guess. and I got my own viewpoints. So this movie definitely added to it. So it was a power. Damn, it was a powerful thing for me. These films, like I said. It. So yeah. So
damn. All right. I'm gonna. You gotta give me your password then. And I'll watch that. Like I'll add it to my list.
Okay. Cool.
But going on with my list, which hopefully I get to see tomorrow, and this is a movie I haven't seen. I think I saw it in theaters, in like once or twice, but like parts of it. So that's why I want to revisit it. And it's a Zack Snyder film. And that's Watchmen.
Really?
No, just kidding.
I was like...
No, I'm just kidding. It's Dawn of the Dead, the Zack Snyder one.
I was like, what?
You're like, Watchmen? In every list video, I'm going to probably do that one.
Oh my god, John, please don't.
Well, this is not really like a legit list. We're just watching, horror-related movies in it. And I was thinking about I had some movies, and I was like, I don't really have a lot of zombie movies. And then the one I do have is kind of like, spoiler. I'm not gonna say it, but anyways, it's not like a traditional zombie movie. So I wanted to watch this one again. I want to revisit it because like what I can remember of it, it's like so like gruesome and like how Zack Snyder films his stuff. So I want to revisit that and also maybe revisit the original because I haven't seen that one for sure.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, you definitely should. That'd be pretty cool for you.
I should do a double feature back to back.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of movies to watch. I'm just saying.
Yeah, definitely. So that was my number 4 pick. Yeah, I can't really again. I've seen it once in theaters, and I seen so I can't really go in depth.
Yeah, I only saw I think I didn't even finish watching that movie. I think one time I tried watching it on TV, but I didn't really finish watching it. So
I just remember a lot of people dying.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, wait, that's all you wanted to say, or?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I can't really get in depth with it because, I don't really remember a lot of it.
So you're just gonna go back and watch it?
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch that, and hopefully I can do that double feature of watching the original because I heard the original's great too.
Oh.
I haven't really heard a lot of great things about this one, the remake. Like I haven't heard it it's bad or it's good. Like I just said, it's a Zack Snyder film.
Just watch it.
Yeah.
You'll never know until you watch it.
Yeah, that's true.
My next pick is going along with another one of my favorites, based on actually a story by Mr. Edgar Allan Poe. Another Halloween classic that everyone just gravitates towards this time of the year. For me, it's The Mask of the Red Death with Mr. Vincent Price. I don't know if you've watched any of those films.
Damn, Audrey, you're making me look bad. But that's my fault because back when I should have been watching movies, I was doing other stuff.
Don't feel bad. I mean, I was the only 12-year-old that actually liked Edgar Allan Poe. No.
So it's just because you're weird.
When did you guys start reading Edgar Allan Poe in school?
Damn. Honestly, probably high school.
Really? I thought it was middle school.
Yeah.
Maybe 7th or
8th
grade.
I don't remember any books in 7th or 8th grade.
Oh my god, John, you're making me nervous. I really don't want you to swallow that thing. I don't want you to swallow it.
I'll get 2 in here.
Oh my god, no.
Make it really
this
interesting.
This is some Final Destination crap. Oh my god, please don't do it. Oh my god.
Look.
Oh my god. I literally can't. Anyways, I thought Edgar Allan Poe was reading material from 7th to 8th. I wouldn't know because I didn't go to school once again. So, I started reading Edgar Allan Poe when I was 12. And, yeah. And I didn't discover the movies until a little bit later. And I think the first movie I watched based on his books was, I think it was probably, I don't even remember, honestly. Maybe it was this one. I don't remember. But anyways, I really like this movie. And like I said, it has Vincent Price. And I love Vincent Price. And, I mean, he just has that voice. He's great for Halloween. It's amazing. So I recommend it too. I don't think this is on Filmstruck. It might. I know that they did have some Vincent Price movies, but I'm not sure if they had this particular one. What?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were...
No. It's because... I'm sorry.
It looked like...
It's because I have... I see 2 of me. I see one in the corner and then one in the bottom. So I'm kind of wait, is one of them laggy? You thought I was calling you or
I was
something?
like, what?
Like, hey,
There's something behind you. Imagine.
there's something behind you.
But yeah, this came out in '64, and it's based, like I said, on the story. I really enjoy it too. A lot of satanic stuff, obviously, because why wouldn't it not be? But I recommend it for sure. I think it's a good introduction to Vincent Price as well. I don't know if you've seen The House on Haunted Hill. Probably not.
Which one?
The one with Vincent Price.
Wasn't it? Okay, so because wasn't that remade, right?
Yeah, I think
House on
that yeah,
Haunted
it's been remade. It's been remade. Like I think a few times, or maybe once. I think there is one new one.
Oh man, I don't like those movies.
Why?
Like that, I love them, but at the same time, it's like fuck, that's so creepy. Like something like Hereditary, like anything dealing with like cults and like fucking satanic stuff.
No,
Like The Witch. Like,
but you like it.
Like yeah, it's scary. That's what scares me the most because it's like a lot of these things are based on true stories.
Well,
fuck.
The House on Haunted Hill isn't about, like, it's not, like, trust me, like, it's a good movie to watch because it's just creepy. Like, it's not, like, you don't think it's, like, The Witch or anything. Like, it's not that bad. You'll be fine. But I completely get it. Like I said, there are some people that just don't fuck with that shit, like, at all. Like, I actually have a...
No, I fuck with it. It just creeps me out because it's like, fuck, like, true story shit always terrifies me the most.
Right, yeah.
Because there's, like, real fucked up people out there.
No, yeah, for sure. Like, exactly. And people always say that they're scared more of ghosts and spirits than of monsters because they feel like, at least a fucking monster, you could, like, punch them in the face. But if it's like a ghost, yeah. But if it's a ghost or a spirit, you're kind of like, fuck, like, what do you do?
Like a demon
right.
or something, like, fuck.
Right. So, I mean, I completely get it. But, anyways, like I said, if you haven't seen anything by Vincent Price, I suggest maybe House on Haunted Hill would be better. It would be, I think you'd enjoy it. Yeah. I think that one is on Filmstruck, for sure. So, I'm gonna have to just make a watch list for you on the real.
Fuck, it's gonna be tough for you. Good luck with that.
Challenge accepted.
Not the last movie. The second to last film on my list, because we forgot to say this. We're on this podcast. We're only gonna talk through movies from the 1st to the 6th, and the next podcast we're gonna talk about the rest of the days and stuff like that. So we're giving you kind of like the things we're gonna watch and what we watch. So if you guys want to watch with us, oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. Oh my god, especially right now. What the hell? You did too? Mm-hmm. Oh, this is a test of National Wireless Emergency Shelter.
We're under attack.
Damn, that'd be cool. Like Red Dawn.
You're such a dork.
That'd be cool. No,
don't say that, John. Anyways, don't say that.
No, yeah, because, like, I'm fucking weird like that. But anyways, the next movie on my list that I want to watch on the 5th or around there is It Follows, 2015's. It's actually... Wait, okay, no. Actually, it premiered in 2014 at Cannes or whatever, but it was, released early 2015. It's one of the more modern movies that, for me, like, I freaking adored because it's just, like, the whole vibe of it is, like, an 80s vibe, but not really. Like, a more modern version of it. The score is pretty great. And just the concept of, like, that guy, like, obviously, like, the title says, just following you and the friends and stuff like that, and, like, obviously, it's like alluding to like sexual transmitted diseases, because that's how you pass the guy. Once I guess you do it, it
passes on.
Oh yeah, it goes. It passes on to the person who wasn't being followed. But yeah, it's just creepy too. Like I remember watching it, it legit creeped me out in like a few spots. I was like, oh shit! Like they were actually able to, creep me out and stuff. So. And yeah, the performances aren't bad. And again, obviously, during this time of year, it's like a perfect movie to watch. And I don't know if it's on Netflix still, but it was on Netflix.
Yeah, I think it is on Netflix. You're gonna hate me, but I think we discussed this that I didn't like it, right? I told you.
Oh wow.
Yeah, sorry. Which is crazy.
Well, I mean, we all have. We all have those.
Which
movies.
is crazy and mind blowing because I love 80s movies, and like you said, it definitely has an 80s feel to it. But I think that's why I didn't like it because it was like in between. Like it wasn't full 80s and it wasn't not 80s. Like, it was like...
Yeah, like they were kind of just paying homage to the 80s, like in 80 horror movie slashers, whatever.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work for me. Like, if it's going to be 80s, it better be fucking 80s.
Cinematography on that movie was fucking gorgeous. I remember that. Like, fuck, it looked great, the movie.
Yeah, no, I don't know why I didn't like it. Doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe I'll give it another shot. I think for you, I'll give it another shot, John.
Wait until it comes up on our poll. What's gonna go against it? What's your number 5?
Oh, I already know.
Oh, did you already say your number 5?
I already know yours is gonna win, because with that bracket, with that age bracket, now I'm like, well, yeah. Oh, you know what? Maybe not. I don't know. For me, it's Bram Stoker's Dracula. The 90 version. With
the 90s one,
with
right?
Keanu Reeves and Gary Oldman. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I love him.
I remember having that movie in VHS, and I never watched it.
Really?
I remember always seeing it. I asked my dad, too. I asked my dad recently about like his movie collection. I kind of want to interview him because he's the one that got me into movies. So
that'd be pretty cool. You should do that. Anyone who wants to see Papa John. Papa John.
Oh my gosh, I don't. My dad.
Your dad.
John's dad.
Vote down below.
My pops.
Vote down below. To see if we want him on the show. That would be pretty dope. I would love that. Like, I can't interview my parents because they're gonna be like, yeah, we showed you Disney movies, not these fucking crazy ass movies that you like now.
I know, we were trying to make you a good girl, and you just
I completely
fucked it up.
strayed off the path. But anyways, going back to Bram Stoker's Dracula, I don't know. I just really like Gary Oldman's Dracula. He's his young, dashing good looks. I don't doubt it. And then it has Keanu Reeves, of course, Winona Ryder, which made me question my sexuality at like 13. Cause she there's like a scene there. You're gonna, if you watch it, you'll be like, oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. But yeah, it's a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. There was another one after that. I think it was Wes Craven that redid it, and I didn't like that one. But yeah,
like Dracula 2000 or something.
Yeah,
like that?
I fucking hated that. But this one, what I like about this Dracula is that it's romantic. People probably think I'm fucking weird, but yeah, I think it's really romantic, and it's just, I think it's like more of a love story.
Audrey.
It's more of a love story, more of a love story than a horror movie. It's just really, I don't know, I find it really romantic, the story in itself. But I think you should watch it too. I think you'd be pleasantly surprised, or who knows, you might hate it.
Yeah, especially with that cast.
Yeah, for sure. You're just gonna be like, the first.
I love everything Oldman has done so far.
Oh yeah, he's great, and like I said, this is one of. I also think he did an amazing job playing this. So yeah. So we'll see who wins, but I'll still watch It Follows just for you, just so I can give it another shot, just because you love it so much.
Just for me, I feel special.
Mm-hmm. You should. So what's your last one?
All right. So my last one that I'm gonna watch on the 6th, hopefully, is Paranormal Activity.
Dun, 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 dun.
Like I told you, I love those kind of movies, but I hate them at the same time.
You're gonna watch it alone at night, or you're gonna watch it with someone else? Oh yeah,
definitely. Like when I was watching Harry Potter, I dimmed my lights a little bit. But this one, I'm gonna go full lights off. Like,
damn, that's ballsy.
I'm excited.
That's ballsy. You're gonna be texting me or be like, Audrey, I can't sleep.
No, when I watch movies now, I don't know if you've noticed, I try to put my phone on Do Not Disturb so I can just watch it.
That's actually
I found myself texting and shit. Like, no, I want to get into the movie. So
that's actually a good idea. I should do that.
Man, but I'm gonna probably want to text you or someone but yeah, I saw this movie obviously back. It's interesting because it debuted in October 14, 2007 in Screamfest, but it was a indie film, low budget film. They made it. They got everything. They shot it themselves. It wasn't really known, but I remember signing up in the email. I got an email about this movie, if you wanted to play in your city, vote for it. And I voted for it, and it came to Ontario, and I saw it with my friends. And I remember seeing it a few times because the first time I saw it, I went with my girlfriend at the time, and I didn't really see it. So I saw it again with my friends. It was legit me and my friend David and someone else. I remember there was a third. Oh yeah, my buddy George. Man, it was terrifying. I was like, fuck, this movie is scary as shit. And rewatching it, I think I only like that one and the second one, and then the other ones are kind of
You didn't.
The same
you didn't
shit.
like the third one?
Yeah, it was fine, but I don't know. The first two are cool, and then I guess I don't know. It kind of just fell off. Like I haven't even seen the paranormal, the last one, the last one that came out.
Yeah, there was another one. I don't remember it either. I think there was paranormal. There was one where like they were Mexican, right?
Yeah, that's the one I didn't see.
That was weird. I watched a little bit of it, but I didn't finish watching it. But yeah, I agree. The first one definitely did have that like creepy factor to it too. But it was just really slow for me. Even to this day. I did rewatch it actually recently. It was really slow. But if you watch it at your house, but I feel like in the theaters, because you're just there, it would be... Oh, yeah. It's like torture.
It's an experience, yeah, like, fuck.
But I do enjoy them. I do watch them from time to time, and if it's on TV, like, I'll leave it on or something. But yeah, like I said, I think the third one and the fourth one, just kind of like, meh.
Like, it tries to have a story about that girl from the first one and stuff, but it's kind of like...
You're just kind of like, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, like...
But anyways, going with my last one for this week, it's gonna be whatever. Well, I now that you said that you didn't put like the Babadook, now I'm kind of like fuck. But I put Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. Have you seen that?
No, but it was on my IMDb list
to watch.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
And I still haven't watched it.
Well,
I haven't done that series in a while, but yeah.
Yeah, this came out in 1962, and it has Joan Crawford, Betty Davis, which did an amazing job. I believe she got nominated for an Academy Award. I don't think she won, though, but she did get nominated. And, man, I watched this movie when I was really, really young, and it creeped the crap. Like, it was so creepy for me. I don't know why. I think it's Betty Davis' performance. She just, like, wow, knocks it out of the park. And the way she looks, she's got these big, like, eyes that are just, like, piercing. And, man, I don't know if you know anything about the story, but it's a creepy... It's not, like, creepy in, like, the sense that it deals with spirits or anything like that. It's just creepy. So, it's one of my favorites. I will have to rewatch it every year with my mom. She loves it, too, so we always watch it. It's a good movie to set the tone as well. It's just, it has that, like, like, kind of like Psycho. It's kind of like Psycho, like, where you're just like, you don't know why it's creepy, but it's creepy. Deals with crazy people, so it's gonna be creepy. Which actually, this is the total diversion of my story, but I went hiking this past weekend, and
yeah, I saw.
Yeah, and it was actually really cool because there's a sanatorium there where they had sick people that were going crazy because they had like tuberculosis or something, and some doctor, he opened up that center in 1910, and it's said to be haunted, like really bad. And I took pictures. And I actually haven't looked at the pictures. I should probably look at them.
You captured a ghost.
Oh,
you probably
did.
What
I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I haven't even seen the pictures, and I kind of want to like check them to see if I caught like an orb or something. Maybe I did. Who knows? But I was reading up on it, and people have seen some crazy shit. And then right after that, that was in New Mexico, and crazy shit always happens in New Mexico. And right after we finished the hike, we went to go eat at this restaurant that's also haunted, that came out in Ghostbusters. It was a double homicide, and it's like supposed to be really, really haunted as well. Beautiful, beautiful, like, restaurant. It's like gorgeous
establishment.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And the food was delicious. But as soon as you walk in, you definitely feel like I'm very sensitive. Yeah, so I felt a shift. I was like, okay, there's a shift in my energy. Like, I could feel that something dark happened there. Like, some dark shit happened there. For sure. And then when I read up on it, I was like, oh.
What have you felt in my room? That sounds kind of weird, but, like, the energy, like... I should probably phrase that
I'm all like...
But, like...
I don't know, John. What have I felt in your room?
Like, when you come in my room, like, have you felt any, like, weird energy
in your room?
Like that? Yeah, should I be scared?
No, I haven't felt anything in your room. Usually I tell people right off the bat if I feel like, hey, bro, like, I don't fuck with your house. Because that
Okay.
happened to me once. I should probably save this for the other podcast that we're gonna have. But yeah, I've definitely.
Yeah, we'll have a scary stories podcast or something.
But yeah, so I just wanted to share that because of crazy people. But I thought that was really really cool that we got to see the sanatorium. It must have been. It's pretty creepy. I'll send you a picture.
Definitely. But yeah, I guess that concludes this week's horror movies, scary movies that we're gonna be watching. Let us know what you guys are watching. And if you guys are going to watch anything that we talked about or recommending, because that's what we're essentially doing, recommending these movies to you to watch. But also, obviously, next month we have a release of a new Harry Potter film, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, The Crimes of Grindelwald, correct? Mm-hmm. And I haven't seen the first Fantastic Beasts, so that's going to be cool to see. I think we're going to do a review on the show when we come up to that movie and put it out separately. But this week, we're starting off with the first Harry Potter. Came out in 2001. Remember,
yes!
Audrey? We were like, damn, that's like, God. Jesus, we're nearing its 20th anniversary in a couple of years, and it's crazy. But right off the bat, like, do you remember the craze about these books? Because I remember like watching the news sometimes, because I would always watch TV. Eventually, the news would come on, and I remember like, a lot of people are lining up in the bookstores to buy these books. I'm like, okay, cool, like
whatever,
whatever. And then I hit 4th grade, and that's when I first got introduced to the books, like for real, because that teacher, I guess, like some of her fucking things she was teaching was the books. Like we'd have tests on them and stuff like that, and she would read us book 1, book 2, book 3. So I have fond memories of and we even watched the movie. Like, I have fond memories. I think that's why I like the first two. Like, they have a special place in my heart, because I remember watching those two in school in that time and stuff like that. So that was my first experience with the books and the movies in 4th grade. And just remembering, like, in the news that they were a big deal. They were selling a lot and stuff like that. So, like, what about you, Audrey?
Well, for me, the books, I definitely remember them being a big craze. But truth be told, I wasn't allowed to read them because, like I said, I was bored. I was raised in a very religious household. So
I remember that too.
So my parents were like, no, like, you're not gonna read it.
Yeah, like it has something like it's like satanic or something, right? Like those books.
My parents were like, oh, it deals with witchcraft, so you're not gonna read it. And I was super pissed. I was like, all right, whatever. So I remember I went to the library and I checked one out, the first one, and I read it. Like, I kind of like hid it from my parents, and so I could, because I didn't go to school.
You weren't hiding drugs. You were hiding Harry Potter.
Yeah, well,
books.
it's because I didn't go to school, so it's not like I could read it at school.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember hiding it, and then I think I did that for like the first 3 books. I had to hide them. Yeah. And then by the 4th one, I was just like, fuck it, you guys. I'm reading fucking Harry Potter. Like, I'm not hiding it.
Yeah.
Like a thug.
At least I'm reading. I'm not doing drugs or anything like that. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, but even to this day, my mom, she doesn't like the movies. And, like, whenever I watch them, she gets pissed. Like, she's like, hey, that has witchcraft. And I'm like, okay, Ma, like, seriously, Harry Potter is the least of your worries of all the shit that I have in my room. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So.
Oh, damn. What are you trying to say, Audrey?
So.
What else do you have in your room?
So, yeah. So, for me, that was my first, like, memories of Harry Potter. But, as far as the movies, I didn't get to watch them in theaters either. I didn't watch them until later on in my life. Like, actually, when I, like, when I watched them on TV. Because I think, that's the first time I watched it. I watched it on TV, on cable.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I didn't watch it.
I remember seeing them in theaters. I think I missed like a few, but I did a marathon before the last 2 with Mo. I remember like doing a little marathon with him because I don't think I don't want to speak for him, but yeah, we did a marathon. And then I always rented them too. Like when the first ones came out, I remember renting them, and it was cool because where I rented them, they actually gave you the box, not that clear one.
Oh yeah.
They actually give you the box with the disc. So I was like, all right, cool. Like I remember just like looking at the box and reading all the special features and like kind of, I think it was cool because that one was like they had hidden menus and stuff. Yeah. So it was cool to kind of search around like for like hidden features and stuff. So that was cool. But the movie, like I said earlier, it was on my list of like horror movies to watch around this time and like Halloween related movies and stuff. Yeah, I always, like I said, I think that's why I have a fondness for the first two, because I remember watching them when I was younger and stuff, and talking about them in class, watching them in class. Um, I think it still holds up very well. I mean, except some of the uh, CG,
Yeah.
like when Harry's on the troll, you can clearly tell, like when he's like, there was another scene. Oh yeah, when he's playing Quidditch.
Yeah, you can clearly
It's like
see.
some scenes, like, yeah, it's kind of like computerized, like, dude, but whatever. I mean, I still like the beginnings of his story, and that's what I try to focus on more recently, because I just binged all the series a few months ago. But I mean, it's Harry Potter. I don't really care how many times I see it. So it's cool to kind of see, like, focus on other things, like about, like, okay, how, you know, he speaks to the snake.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting because later on he's gonna find out why. You know, and like it's
cool
just
to
cool
see
to
the
revisit the
progression.
films. You notice,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, like to see his story and stuff, and like try to catch like other little things, like we were talking about, like Professor Quirrell's, you know, little menacing shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you get sad when you saw Alan Rickman?
Yeah, man. The other time too, like I said, I watched it earlier this year. It sucks.
And
man.
also,
He's so good.
Richard Harris passed away, right? Or no?
Yeah, Dumbledore. Yeah, they replaced him for the last two movies or the last three. No, I think the other guy. I'm forgetting the other guy's name, but yeah, he died after the first 3 or 4. I'm not sure.
He was an old man.
Him. Yeah, but he did such an amazing job, you know, like that Dumbledore for me is like, fuck, like he's wise, but he's also strong, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. The other guy, I'm forgetting his name. I'm sorry, I keep saying other guy. I feel bad.
Yeah, show him some respect. I honestly can't remember his name either, which makes me feel like a horrible fan. Because I know who he is. He's a well-known actor. But I can't think right now.
You got a vamp while I look him up.
But yeah, so going on with Harry Potter. I was going to say Harry Potter.
Harry, wow, talking about respect and stuff.
It's because it's an ongoing joke. But anyways, yeah, so this, I think I've said in a previous podcast that the first one is my least favorite, but I actually take that back because I got confused.
Yeah.
The first one is not my least favorite. My least favorite, now that I remember correctly, is the Chamber of Secrets, the one following it. The second one, it's my least favorite. Yeah. The first one I enjoy immensely, like a lot more than the second one. The second one's my least favorite for sure.
His name is Michael Gambon.
The way you say it, why do you say it?
Because I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. His last name, but his name is Michael. Yeah, Michael and then Gambon or something. Gambon. But yeah, he it says right here he replaced Richard after Richard Harris's death in the final 6 Harry Potter films. So yeah,
that means he only came out in 2.
Yeah, in 2.
Wow.
Damn, really?
Because I remember,
but anyways,
I remember more so the
newer one
than
Michael.
Right, Michael, than more than Richard, because Richard just made like a little appearance.
Yeah, he started with Prisoner of Azkaban.
But he did great.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not taking away anything from him. It's just like, you know, the first time we see Albus, so and he definitely has like a little bit different take on him too. Like he's kind of more like spry, I guess. And like, I don't know, it's something a little bit different, but I still like both performances. But
yeah, and then we have Maggie Smith, that does a great job as well.
Yes.
Hagrid, we love Hagrid. Hagrid.
Yeah. I was just thinking about it this time watching. I was like, man, if they killed him, I would have been bummed.
Oh yeah,
they killed Hagrid,
sure.
But then they still end up killing a lot of people.
Yeah,
and that I'm kind of like, oh.
I know.
But we'll talk about it when we get there. But yeah, it's cool to see too. There was like a drinking Harry Potter game that I saw recently, like and then one of the things was like drink every time like Hagrid says like, oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that. I was like, fuck, I would have been drunk like if I played that game.
Yeah, I know. It's such a good franchise. I love it. Have you gone to Harry Potter Land? No, huh?
No, I want to so bad for my birthday.
You should.
But I don't know.
You should, and then let me know. Or let me tag along.
Yeah. But you're not going to be here for my birthday. Yeah. We should go when you come.
I know.
if we have money, or we'll just rob a bank and then.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I'm down. But yeah. So I think that's cool. And then also I want to. I don't have the full series of books. But
yes,
I want to.
Me either.
It's because, man, they came out with the illustrated version. Did you see those? The big ones?
Yeah.
And I wanted to collect those, but then I was like, damn, Audrey, there's 8 books.
This is the only one I have. And it's surprisingly, like I said, it was the first edition. Like, one of our community members, Amy, I text her on Instagram, like, hey, like, how do you know this is the first edition or something? She sent me a picture. I was like, hell yeah, this is the first edition, which is rare to find, and like they're super expensive. But like I said, I got this and another book at Goodwill for $3. They didn't even charge me for the bag of chips that I bought too.
Nice. Sick.
So it was a cool find. I want to collect these ones, the original ones. But those sound pretty. Those look dope.
Well,
too,
yeah, but
I've seen
okay,
those.
I don't know if this has happened to anyone else or if it just happens to me. But I've had bookshelves break on me all the time. And I remember I was gonna start collecting the illustrated version the first year that they came out because I was working on Barnes and Nobles, and I was like, fuck yeah, I can get a discount. Anyways, my husband, well now my ex, told me, he was like, sure you want to do that? And I was like, why? And he was like, there's like 8 books, right? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, they're like this thick. They're getting thicker because they're illustrated and they're huge. Yeah. And he was like, where are you going to put them? And I mean, at the time, we didn't have our own place or anything. So I had to think about that. And even now, I still don't have my own place. So that's the only reason I'm holding off. I want to wait until I can have a proper place to put them. Because they're beautiful books. And I don't want to just have them, like, in a fucking corner, you know?
Especially because they have, I mean, obviously the covers are illustrated. And they have, like, little pictures here and there. But it's cool to see, like, the actual, like, you know, illustrated version.
Yeah, and it's funny because the fandom around Harry Potter is like none other. Like, it's insane. I have a friend that has like she has like a legit wall dedicated to Harry Potter. Like, she just has
like all the pops and stuff.
Everything you can think of, like the wands, the hat, all the little, because at Barnes and Nobles, if you go, they have all this crazy shit.
Yeah, they have a lot of stuff. Yeah,
it's like, I'm just like, god damn. I remember I was like, holy crap, she had like a shrine. I was like, goddamn. But
she praised
yeah, she worshipped Harry Potter or J.K. Rowling. But yeah, the fandom around this movie is insane, and it's intense, but with good reason. I mean, they're such good books.
Yeah.
And then when you know about the backstory, like I told you about J.K. Rowling, that she got turned down so many times, and you know, she was like a struggling, I think, single mother. Yeah, she's like a single mom or something, and so it's pretty crazy how that shit happened. And she just...
It's awesome to like, also like, know that there was like...
a struggle?
I'm sorry. No, like, I love mythology of worlds. Like Game of Thrones, obviously there's like this whole shit that happened before what we're seeing. And then the same thing with Harry Potter. And I think that's one of the stories that we're seeing in Fantastic Beasts. Like some things that happened before Harry Potter and stuff. And like I really love that that's throughout like these first films, like they kind of, you know, when fucking, you know, who was around or something, they allude to something happening. Like that's what I really love about this. And then it's JK created not only these stories, but it's just like this whole world and rich history and stuff like that. And like it's awesome, you know. That's like that's why I want to go to like Harry Potter. What is it called again?
Hogwarts.
It has a name, but the Hogwarts in Universal Studios. Like I want to go and like I want to just live there for like a week or 2 or something.
Just chill in the castle.
The only reason
I don't want to go is because I heard the rides are really like not bad, but that they like I think they're a bunch of like 3D, and I get sick in those rides.
Oh, okay.
I can't. Yeah,
really, you do?
I get motion sickness. Like even like Star Wars at Disneyland. Ugh.
Yeah.
Nope, can't do it.
One of my I don't like the films. Well, I like the first one, but Transformers the ride in Universal Studios, it's one like that, and it's so dope.
I heard.
I love that ride.
I heard, yeah.
It's so dope.
And I think the Mummy one too, right?
Yeah, the Mummy one has a little bit of it too. But it's still like more of a traditional ride. But yeah.
I'm not a ride person in general, but even the 3D ones, they make me sick. I don't like it.
like I like roller coasters, but like I'm scared of heights, so you like really have to like make me
pump
do
you
it.
up.
Yeah, like if I'm there, if you get me there, okay, cool. Let's fucking ride roller coasters the whole day. But like to get me there is kind of tough. Like I'm just like fuck, man. Like I know I'll have fun and I know it's like it's gonna go by quick and stuff, but I'm just like, no. Like,
No, I don't
know.
like roller coasters.
It's weird.
I'm not an adrenaline junkie, and people always think that that's so weird because a lot of people are. Most of the people that I talk to, they're like, yeah, like I love roller coasters, and I'm just like, no, I'm good.
You see, like I want to jump off a plane with a parachute and stuff. Like I want to do skydiving and all this other stuff, but roller coasters, I don't know.
Really?
It's because I seen Final Destination 3, and like it's scary to see like if that shit snaps, like you're fucking dead, like for sure. You know, like I don't know.
It's just
That shit. I don't know why that didn't end up on our list. It should have.
Final Destination.
The first one.
Yeah.
Actually, the first two. I know the second one's bad.
It was good for its
but
time.
it's still. Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah, they're not really cool. I don't know. I just remember watching the first one a lot.
Because I don't crave to see that movie during Halloween. It's more of like a movie that I would
yeah,
just
me either.
watch. Like, oh yeah, but it's not like a. It doesn't have the ambiance like for the list that I do is movies that I like to watch during Halloween season. That's why.
Yeah.
So sometimes
you gotta watch Slice too.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that.
You'll definitely like if you see it. Like I'm pretty sure you'll like it, but definitely like it has that right fucking vibe.
Really?
For Halloween.
I'm gonna watch it for sure. You know which one I'm surprised? Oh shit! No, this is spoilers. Never mind. Pretend that I didn't say anything.
Don't do it.
But anyway, so I'm looking forward to checking out the rest of the Harry Potter, binge watching it.
Yeah.
Like I said, the second one's not my favorite, but I still watch it. It's fucking Harry Potter.
It's still a part of the story.
Yeah, it's still Harry Potter.
You know.
So yeah.
But the one after that is I think one of your favorites. So.
No.
One of your favorites.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I like all of them. Like I said, the second one's just like my least favorite. But yeah, I enjoy all of them. But my favorite, I'll let you guys know when the time comes.
Yeah, it's a little bit later.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I know which one you're talking about, and for good reason. I think this time around I have to decide which on my list.
Does it change like every time you rewatch them?
Yeah, especially this last time that I rewatched all of them. I'm just like fuck, like they just get more intense, like you know, because obviously the situation's getting more intense. But yeah, it's just like fuck, like I didn't know the like newer movies were really really good, you know. But yeah, this time around I'm gonna have to make a list, definitive list, if that means anything. But yeah, I had a lot of fun talking about those scary horror Halloween movies. Hopefully you guys did too, and fun revisiting Harry Potter. Obviously on our journey for the new Fantastic Beasts film. So yeah, hopefully you guys are watching along some of these movies, and obviously I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna have Harry Potter marathons. But yeah, next week we're gonna be continuing, you know, the list from I believe it was 7 to 13. So what's that? Like another 7, obviously 7 films we're gonna talk about between me and Audrey. That's probably 14 movies. And yeah, the next Harry Potter movie, The Chamber of Secrets. Make sure to join us next week for that too. And maybe for this format that we're doing, I don't know, maybe it's like a one and done. We'll go back to the live one because it was kind of a hassle. But yeah, Audrey, anything else you want to say to these wonderful people?
Nope, just catch you guys for the next podcast.
Yeah, we'll see you guys at the movies. Later, guys.